So a lot of people often ask me what I do with my spare time, and I often give them the standard generic answer of I help my grandparents out or I'm quite active, which both of those things are true. However, I've decided now that it's finally time for me to show you what I've been working on for the past 8 years of my life. Now, as you can see from the title and from clicking on this video, these two things are fitness and business. Now, business for me is about creating long-lasting value for the customer, and that really is the key thing there. It's not just the value once, it's about can you do it consistently for them and then consistently be happy with your service, product or idea. Now, I believe that you should always try to be top of your game, whatever it is you're trying to do. So depending on whatever type of business you're trying to create, you should always try aim to be the best. If not, your customer or client will just go to the next best in line after you, which is always a challenge to try to be the best when you're just starting out. However, everyone has to start somewhere. So that's where I'm trying to work towards, get to the top of my game, whatever sector I decide to go into. Now, this is all quite new to me, but I am trying to start small with things like learning, researching, and really make my first few moves into the business world. So if you're like me and you're quite new to this idea, then I would suggest constantly surrounding yourself with these terms and ideas. So if you learn about stocks, for example, then I would search key terms about it, watch the news about it, understand what it means, and maybe a tutorial here and there. And by constantly surrounding yourself with the idea of stocks, for example, then it'll be very hard to ignore and it'll become like second nature to you. So when you do come across it in real life, you'll go, oh yeah, I know what that means, or I can help you with that. And that can create value for a customer and once again lead into the business idea. So if I had one piece of advice for you, it would be this. You can't expect change if you don't first take the action to cause that change. So if you don't do anything about it and you want to learn about stocks, then you can't expect for all of a sudden to go, I know what that means. When if you haven't put any work in to understand it, you'll never understand it in the first place. So that's my only piece of advice. You have to take the action to cause the change afterwards. And I know you hear me saying do all these things, be great, be amazing, which is true, you should. I know it's easier said than done though. However, if I can stick with it and build up consistency alongside with it, then I should be setting myself up for something huge in the future, which is really my end goal. I'm trying to create something now for further on down the line, so I can start building my future, whatever that looks like, and documenting the whole process as it happens on here. So, yeah, I know it's easier said than done, but I think the difficulty is what gives it value, because if it was easy, everyone would do it and you wouldn't respect or look up to whatever it might be. So yeah, I think that difficulty is what provides it with value, which yes, makes it hard, but also if you get there, makes all the pain, suffering worth it in the end. So you can't expect it to be easy if not everyone would do it in the first place. Now, more on what I'm trying to do in business we'll save for later videos or future videos. As like I say, this is all quite new to me, so we'll have to see how I build up my knowledge and build up what I'm trying to do in this area of my life really. So yeah, I think I'll talk about it quite generally for now and talk about it on experience, so don't take this as any business advice because it's not. So yeah, this is purely just what I think and what I'm trying to achieve on a personal level. And for this sector of my life, I understand that it's about taking action and making it happen, which I know will require absolute dedication and hard work, which is what I'm willing to put in, and I hope by you watching these videos, you try to do the same as well. As this really is the way to shape my future and build something that's truly mine. And I think when you're just starting out, you can't expect perfection. Even these videos, my first one, is not perfect, and I'm not claiming it is. So over time, you should build up your skill set and your knowledge, and hopefully you can get as close to perfect as you can. But like I say, don't expect perfection now, because that's just unrealistic when you have little experience in the area you're trying to go into. Now, fitness is the thing I started 8 years ago, and it all started when I was 7 years old and I did my first 5-minute Get Abs quick workout on YouTube. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate, as we all tried this as kids and we all wanted to, you know, have that summer body or whatever we were after in the time. But I don't think any of us actually stuck with it. But it's led me on a path today that I've now taken for 8 years, like I say. And yes, it comes with, you know, a toned body. Yes, it comes with all the health benefits, but for me, it's so much more than that. It comes with the focus, the dedication, and the ability to push through the hard challenges. So let's say you just push through a hard workout, that strengthens your willpower, which in the future, who knows where it could lead, you know. It could take you to great lengths and you could achieve great things, building up that stamina and that discipline to overcome challenges and not let anything face your way, and take it, like I say, my motto is take it one step at a time. Now, I'm starting with simple goals, staying consistent, getting stronger and keeping that discipline that I've had for 8 years. Now, I think if you're new to the fitness idea and you want to get involved in fitness, the best thing you can do is just find any moment in your day where you have spare time, even if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes from work, whatever it might be. Just move, so maybe do some star jumps or just go for a short run or do some push-ups, sit-ups, whatever it may be. So at the end of this video, I'll show you how you can implement simple but effective exercises into your daily routine, and that will make you feel healthier and stronger. Now, even if you're not around my age range, the benefits you'd feel from this would be incredible, such as in life being able to walk into any room knowing that you probably have more dedication and motivation than anyone else there, which, you know, could lead to an increase in your confidence. So you might take up more responsibilities in life. Maybe you'll try go for that job you've always wanted. Maybe you'll, you know, learn a new skill and turn that skill into a new career for you and improve the life of you and your family, maybe if you're older. So the benefits you'll feel from this will just be phenomenal. So I recommend sticking around to the end and watch that short clip on how you can implement simple but effective exercises into your daily routine. And it doesn't have to take long, it can even be in quick 20 minute blast of just activity, exercise, moving around, which can overall improve your well-being and the life of you and perhaps your family. And I know it's easy for me as part of the younger generation to stand around and say, oh, find time to do this, find time to do that. And I get that sometimes life can get in the way. However, if you tell me that you don't have time and you scroll on social media for half an hour, then would you really say that's a good use of your time? Or would you say that you're just using it as an excuse because you can't really be bothered to do this or do that? So rather than looking into distractions, try and avoid them and perhaps build something up so when you're older, or just even for the present now, that it makes you feel more confident and maybe take more responsibilities on and improve your life overall. And you don't even need tons of space or a special studio like a lot of people see online nowadays. All you need is a little bit of room where you can move around and just get active. And a lot of people nowadays think, from what, you know, the media's influenced on them, they think that if I do exercise, it needs to be really hard and really grueling, which is not the case. All you need to do, maybe just a short walk in the park, maybe a walk down your road. It doesn't always need to be intense, which some of you it might, but most of you it won't be, which is absolutely fine. And you just need to gradually build up your stamina maybe, and if your end goal is to do grueling exercise in the future, then I wouldn't suggest jumping into that straight away, as your body's not adapted and ready for it yet. So what you need to do is just slowly build up, maybe start with, like I said, a 5-minute ab workout video on YouTube, as that's where I started personally, and I'd recommend that for anyone that's just trying to get moving slowly and get started on their fitness journey. Fitness and business go very well together, as if you have major experience in one and not so much experience in the other, then that can help to propel you forward. So my current situation is I have quite a lot of experience, 8 years of fitness, and not a lot of experience with business at the moment, which is what I'm working to build on. So the same determination that I use in fitness will help me in the business world, and hopefully will give me an advantage because I already know the dedication, the willpower and the hard work that it takes to, you know, be healthy and exercise and all the things that come along with that, I can implement the same things into business, leading to not faster growth but more experienced and more precise growth, I think. So that could be one significant advantage. However, if it was on the other side of the coin, and let's say someone's very experienced in business and not very experienced in fitness at all, then they could use that same hard work, determination from business, and they could use it in their fitness goals to propel them quicker towards them goals than they could ever imagine. And even if you are not even experienced in any of these sectors, which some of you might be, and that's totally fine, as I started somewhere, everyone has to start somewhere, then I just recommend what I said earlier, which is just surround yourself with all these key terms, get everyone talking about it. Maybe you have a group of friends that you like, tell them all about it and you talk about it, and this will, if you're constantly reminded about it and constantly talking about it, this can really improve your knowledge and understanding of it ultimately. So this is why I've chosen these two elements, is if I can stay consistent with them, take them one step at a time, then I should be setting myself up for the future. You know, it's easy to grab that chocolate bar or watch that Netflix film to avoid what really matters, but here's the truth. You won't get anywhere long term with that instant moment of satisfaction. And I think that's what you got to think about. Is there something more useful or more productive you could be doing with your time? I'm not saying don't eat chocolate, I'm not saying don't watch films. It's your choice what you do in your free time. However, you know, like I said, would there be something better for you to do that could improve your future possibly, or just improve the present now? Real change doesn't occur by you taking the easy route. And I think that links back to that idea I mentioned earlier of you can't expect change if you don't first take the action to make that change happen. Now, I think people nowadays are influenced by the media, saying they want to become really physically fit or really successful in business, which absolutely have those ambitions. However, they don't want to put the action behind it. So let's say they want to become really physically fit. They don't want to do that extra movement or the extra exercise, and they just find excuses such as, oh, I don't have time. Which I understand life gets in the way, but like I mentioned earlier, if you're scrolling on social media for half an hour and you're saying you want to become fit but you're not even trying, then is that a really good use of your time? So yeah, it's not about doing it all at once, it's about the consistency. That repetitiveness will keep you going. Because you can't do it all at once, you have to take it one step at a time, which will propel you forward in your goals and what you're trying to do. But whatever you're trying to do, you have to back up with your action as well. I've just started my journey and I'm ready to keep pushing forwards, and maybe you are too. Remember, all you need is the willingness, just the willingness to take that first step. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity. And before we roll that clip, remember to take it one step at a time. The distractions can wait, but you can't.